Hey, Millie, I just wanted to have a little chat with you. Your due date's coming up soon, right? Oh, hi there, Carol. Good evening to you. Oh, yes, the baby's due in about 2 days' time. Ah, okay, I thought so. Wow, it's happening really soon then. Before you have the baby, could you come over and clean my house for me? Wait, what? You want me to clean your house? Do you realize that I'm about to have this baby any day now? Well, apparently you're not supposed to move very much after giving birth to a child. If that's the case, please get over here as soon as possible to clean my house. I want you to do that before you're admitted to the hospital. The help hasn't come by this week to clean up. But it's almost impossible for me to see the floor without bending a lot. This baby could come sooner rather than later. I'm almost at full term. My water could break any day now. Cleaning can be physically demanding, so it would be really uncomfortable for me to do it. What did you just say to me? You think cleaning's physically demanding? Are you kidding me? Are you making excuses? You haven't even given birth yet, and you want to be exempt from this? Don't act so proud. You should be able to do it. You haven't had your child, so you can still work, so get over here and clean my house for me. I'm sorry, Carol. I'm definitely not making excuses for myself, but giving birth's a huge task, so I need all my energy. Things that are really physically draining are tough for me right now. I can hardly bend down at all. I have to ask people to bend and get things for me. I think you'd be putting me in an uncomfortable position if you made me clean your house. It's too difficult in my condition. Hey, it's not that difficult at all. How dare you say that? Stop making all these excuses for yourself. I know you're just trying to get out of doing it. You really are a lazy housewife, and that makes you a failure. If you were a good housewife, you'd be doing the housework every day. You only come around once a week to clean the place because you live so far away from here. You haven't been around here lately, so are you holding back your duties? I'm nearing the end of my pregnancy, Carol. I'm sorry, but it's too difficult for me to do the work when I'm very pregnant and about to give birth. Ah, this is why you're useless as a wife. You use as many excuses as you possibly can to get out of doing hard work. Don't you dare think about slacking off. You need to come over here right now and clean my house. Excuse me? You want me, the very pregnant woman in this conversation, to come over and clean today? Are you serious? But the day's basically over. It's already evening, Carol. There's no way I'm doing anything at this time of night. You'll get over here right now. Are you kidding me? Here we go again. How do you still have the audacity to make excuses? Fine, I want you here bright and early tomorrow morning. No more excuses, Millie. If you forget to come here tomorrow, I'm never going to forgive you. Okay, Carol, I guess I'll come over tomorrow morning. You're not really giving me much choice here.
Hello, Millie? Are you there? I can't believe how rude my wife was being before. She just doesn't know when to quit it sometimes.
Oh, Wayne, hello. I hope your evening's going okay. I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
I know that my wife said that she's gonna make you do the housework tomorrow, but I don't want you to go out of your way to do it. It's not necessary. It's okay if you don't come by tomorrow. She's being quite unreasonable.
Really? Are you sure it's okay, Wayne? If Carol really needs help with the cleaning, I'll try my best to do as much as I can. But I'm just afraid that it might be too difficult for me now with the baby coming soon.
Millie, I think the most important thing you should be thinking about right now is your body and that baby inside you. If you force yourself to do anything and then something bad happens, we can't take back what we do to you. It's really not that long until you have the baby, so you really need to rest. Please take it easy and look after our future grandkid.
Are you absolutely sure that it's okay, though? I literally just told Carol that I was going to come over and help.
Don't worry about her. I'll calm things down over here. My wife does have her good points, sometimes. But when it comes to her attitude towards you, it can be a bit harsh. And she just doesn't take your feelings or circumstances into account. Now, if you need anything else to help you prepare for this baby, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll help as much as I can.
Okay, I understand. Thank you for your concern. If I need anything, I'll let you know as soon as possible. Thank you for continuing to be so kind to me during this time, Wayne. I really appreciate it, especially with my baby about to be born soon. Millie, what's going on here? What on earth do you think you're up to? You've not contacted me in almost a week. Aren't you supposed to be making dinner for us today? What's happening with that? Huh? Carol, what are you talking about? Do you really think that I would be able to contact you right now? Don't you know what's happening to me? What's that supposed to mean? I wouldn't start confusing me if I were you, because I'll get very angry if you do. It's all because I'm not keeping an eye on you, isn't it? You're not still in the hospital, are you? I want you to discharge yourself from the hospital and start cleaning up this house immediately. Are you kidding me, Carol? I'm not going to do that. Haven't you heard what's going on? Wayne hasn't told you or anything? Don't start with me, Millie. Don't you think I've had enough of your excuses already? Hasn't it already been 2 days since you've given birth to your baby? Haven't you been discharged from the hospital by now? Well, actually, I'm in absolutely no fit condition to be leaving the hospital right now, Carol. But because of the situation that's arisen, I'm going to discharge myself from the hospital. Well, if you're discharged from the hospital, you should be able to get up and do some housework. Where could you possibly be lazing about at? Carol, do you have any idea what's going on right now? Do you know what's happening with this situation? Oh my God, it's so messy and noisy around here. You need to immediately discharge yourself from the hospital and make some food. You need to clean my house, you useless woman. You slack off so much and it annoys me. You think I slack off, Carol, even though I literally just pushed a baby out of me? And I've helped you clean the house a lot. I'm not like that. Do you really think it's okay to just laze around after having a baby? No woman should have the luxury of doing that. Back when I was having children, people started working immediately after giving birth. There were no breaks for us, so why should there be a break for you? They were hard-working women who did everything in their power to take care of their families and work. But what are you, Millie? You're nothing but a useless housewife who lazes around the house and slacks off all day. If you're doing that, I feel so sorry for Shane. Yeah, Shane, I really do feel sorry for him. It must be so easy to pity him if you think so badly about me. So you admit it. You're a terrible wife who slacks off and is super lazy. You know that you can't stay in the hospital forever, Millie. You've already given birth, so stop slacking off and get back to doing some hard work. Your baby's been born, so discharge yourself from the hospital and get back to doing your chores right now. Wow, you've got no idea what's happened, do you? Are you not going to come to your husband's funeral? Huh? What the heck are you even talking about, Millie? Stop messing around with me. I feel so bad for Shane right now. His own mother's blaming me for everything I've done so wrong without even knowing what's going on. How do you not even know what's going on right now? I thought you being a mother, you'd be kept in the loop about things. What the heck are you talking about, Millie? I'm getting really sick of you beating around the bush. I'm trying to ask you if you're coming to Shane's funeral or not. He died in an accident on the day that I was giving birth to our baby. I think you're the only person who doesn't know what happened. I thought it would be strange that his own mother didn't come. Wait, what? What did you just say? What funeral? Are you messing around with me to get back at me or something? At the funeral, all of our relatives gathered together and we were all crying about what happened to Shane. You're the only one that hasn't come and we can't understand why. Where are you right now? You obviously have the audacity to tell me to get myself out of the hospital and make you some food, so I don't understand. Everyone's here at the funeral except for you, Carol. Why are you telling me all this? I'm so confused. Why do I need to attend a funeral? Is this a joke? I told you before, Carol, on the day I was giving birth to my baby, Shane was in an accident and passed away. I can't believe this has happened to us. He'll never get to meet his daughter. His fate was decided for him. It's horrible. Due to these unforeseen circumstances, I was able to leave the hospital earlier than expected and attend his funeral. Now just hang on a minute, Millie. I can't keep up with what you're telling me. Are you saying Shane's dead? How is that possible? Stop saying such crazy things to me when it's not even true. Shane's still in his 30s. He couldn't have died. I don't think someone's age has to do with whether they get in an accident or not. That's not how it works, okay? Wayne has been trying to contact you, but he said that he can't get through to you. Oh, is this why I've been receiving so many calls? My husband's been trying to contact me? Yes, Carol. I don't get it. Why are you ignoring his calls when he's trying to tell you something really urgent? Didn't you realize that something was up before I told you what's happened? Okay, I was aware that he had been trying to contact me. I was out doing something for a while, so I didn't return any of his calls. Look, I don't want anyone to complain about what I'm doing, all right? Huh? Complain? Did you do something that would make people complain? What's going on? Look, it's none of your business, Millie. You need to stop with all the snooping. You need to explain to me what's going on, all right? This is all some kind of sick joke, right? About Shane? He hasn't actually been in an accident, has he? This can't be happening. You're not talking about my Shane, are you? You can't be serious. How is this possible? I don't even want to believe it myself, Carol, but yes, it's true. He was in an accident. He passed away. His funeral procession is happening right now. You're lying to me, right? This can't be real. I don't believe you're at Shane's funeral. This can't be my Shane. My son. What are you going to do about this? What do you even mean by that, Carol? What can I possibly do about this situation? There is nothing that can be done now. It's over. The accident happened at the same time as I gave birth to our baby. I had no idea until afterwards. I've always had the worst luck in the world. How could you do this to me? Why didn't you try to contact me sooner? He's my son. If you had told me sooner, maybe something could have been done. Huh? What are you talking about? Why are you only thinking about yourself here? There is nothing you could have done either. I'm sure Wayne and many more of your relatives have also contacted you about this, but you've ignored every single phone call. How? The only thing you've done so far is send me cruel, sarcastic, and downright rude messages to me saying that I need to clean your house and make you food. You need to be straight with us. Where are you right now? Why aren't you here for Shane? Hey, you've got no right to come at me for this. I'm allowed to be anywhere I want to be. I don't need your permission. I'm a grown woman. But you were the one who said that you were only going out for a little while. Why won't you say where you are? You've been away somewhere overnight, haven't you, Carol? Just be honest with me. What I do in my own time is none of your business, Millie. Stop with this nonsense. You're driving me crazy with your accusations. Well, you're right about that, I suppose. I know it's not any of my business, but when I tell you something terrible has happened to Shane, you deny everything. I assume that you're with another man right now on some fun little vacation somewhere, right? What are you talking about, Millie? What man? Are you insinuating something? Stop making weird comments about me. Well, I'm sorry you think I'm being so rude to you, Carol, but I already know that you're cheating on your husband. You seriously think I'm having an affair? What other kinds of inappropriate things have you been saying about me? There's no way that I'd do that to my husband or family. Isn't it a bit pointless for you to be making up excuses when I already know the truth, Carol? I know about it because Wayne was the one who told me all about it. Did you really think he was that blind to it? Wait, what? You found out all this from my husband? What would he know anyway? Well, Wayne was consulting Shane about it, and then Shane told me all about what you've been doing behind Wayne's back. Even though it's an important time for us to be together as a family, and even after your husband tried to contact you, you still seemed to prioritize your secret relationship and go on a trip with your lover than show up to Shane's funeral. How could a mother do this? You've got no idea what you're talking about. I'm not having an affair with any man at all. I'm going through a really rough time with Shane passing away, so I don't want to hear all the stories and excuses you've made up to get yourself out of this situation. It's not like I prioritized this trip or anything. I never thought that something like this would happen to Shane, especially at his age. Plus, I don't like using my phone so much while I'm traveling. I need to focus on other things rather than being on my phone. If I were to read the messages, it would be marked as read, and then I'll have no choice but to reply. When I actually notice my phone ringing, I know I have to pick up and start a conversation. But isn't that still saying that you prioritized not being on your phone and ignoring everything people are trying to tell you? You obviously had enough time to send me lots of cruel messages and harass me a bit, but you can't even reply to urgent matters? It makes no sense. I didn't think it was urgent, all right? I thought that they were just wondering where I was, so I didn't look at my phone. I'm on my way back now. I'll come to the funeral. Where is it being held, Millie? You need to tell me immediately so I can figure out how to get there. Well, I don't think you'll be able to enter the facility from now on, so I wouldn't even bother trying, Carol. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? How could you be like this? Don't you realize that Shane is my son? I can't believe he's dead. There's no way that I can see my boy one last time, is there? I have a right to see my son before he's laid to rest. How can I put this? There are consequences to the actions that you've taken, Carol. You blew it. The wise thing for my father-in-law to do now is actually divorce you, right? It's only natural for him to do that. Excuse me, divorce? How dare you? What's that supposed to mean? Cut this crap out, Millie. You've got no right to interfere with my marriage to my husband. Did you forget that I'm your mother-in-law? Don't try and make a fool out of me. I know that you are. I've been trying so hard to get you to like me because I married Shane, but it was no use. I tried everything I could think of. I know that you are. I've been trying so hard to get you to like me because I married Shane, but it was no use. I tried everything I could think of. I'm not even going to bother to even try to understand you as a human being anymore. You've brought this all on yourself. I don't think there's anything I want to do in the future to try and make you like me. It's just too much of a hassle now. How could you act like this towards me, your own mother-in-law? What's going to happen to my grandchild now? What are you talking about? What do you think's going to happen to your grandchild, Carol? Actually use your brain to think about it. Well, are you going to let me see my grandchild or not? You've got no right to keep the baby away from its grandmother. It's my grandchild, so I'll raise it. Don't you get it? She's my daughter, Carol. I'm going to raise her myself, even if Shane was alive. It doesn't change the fact that you betrayed everyone. You betrayed your husband, your son, and even your new grandchild. I'm sure they would have cut ties with you once they found out everything. You need to forget that me and my daughter exist and move on with your life with your new man. Are you kidding me, Millie? You can't do that to me. You're asking me to forget about this child? You're not going to let me meet her? I don't see any benefit in her meeting you. All you are, Carol, is a liar and a cheater who doesn't care about anyone else by themselves. It's disgusting. A child shouldn't be exposed to anyone like that so early on in their life. Aren't you just a poisonous old hag who is trying to bring me down? What did you just call me? A poisonous old hag? You think I'm that terrible? I can't believe you'd say something like this. Well, there's no one else in this conversation, Carol, so of course I'm talking about you. Wayne has always treated me so well, and you've been just a miserable old woman. You're really the worst person I've ever met in my entire life. You no longer have the right to come to Shane's funeral. He wouldn't want you there anyway. Please, just wait, Millie. You can't just decide this for me. It's not fair. I'm Shane's mother, and no matter what I've done, I have a right to say goodbye to him. You're really going to deprive me of that? You can't even let me see my son one last time? He's gone, and you won't let me into the funeral venue? How could you? Well, Shane's already passed away, Carol. You've got no chance to make it up to him now. You can't hate me for what you've brought on yourself. On the day that Shane's baby was born, you took it on yourself to go on a trip, so don't even think about holding a grudge against me. Millie, come on, don't be like this. I just tried to call my husband, but I can't get through to him. Why is he being like this? I've got no idea. I've got the baby with me, so I'm in a different room resting with her. The funeral is still going on. I feel like this isn't the best time to pick up the phone and talk to you. He's grieving for his son right now. Well, there's still time for me to talk to him. There can't be that many funeral homes in this town, so I'm leaving now to make it to the funeral. I still have a chance to say goodbye to my son. I should be able to do that. Don't even think about trying to come to the funeral. Please don't come here. And why not? You've got no reason to dictate such orders to me. I'm older than you, and I'm the one who's lost their son. And I'm the one who's lost their husband, and my child has lost her father. Besides, I'm not dictating anything to you. Please consider Wayne's feelings in all of this and what Shane would have felt seeing you. Do you want to be around all the relatives and cause chaos with them on Shane's last day on Earth? The funeral is not going to turn into shambles, Millie. I'm just doing the last thing I can do as a mother, and that is to say goodbye to Shane. There is nothing more you can do, Carol. He's gone. You're not welcome here after what you've done. Think about how you're going to make Wayne feel if you come here and upset everyone. You can't just walk in like everything's normal, can you? I think it would be better if we all just talked later once everything has calmed down a bit. I've already thought about it, and I've got rights as well. I want to see my son and say goodbye. I'm on my way to the funeral right now. Don't even think about trying to stop me. And I advised you to not come anywhere near here. Fine. Don't listen to me then. You never did anyways. How could you do this to me? Why didn't you let me in? Don't you think my relatives will have something to say about this? My husband died on the same day that my daughter was born, Carol. Don't you understand how sad the bereaved family is? You'll ruin their last moments with Shane. But I'm allowed to grieve for him as well, you know. I'm a bereaved family member too. I'm his mother, for goodness sake. Even though you continue to have an affair behind your husband's back, you've disrespected the family on a day like this? Besides, Shane was trying to get in contact with you when he died. He was on his way to look for you when he had his accident. Huh? What are you talking about? He went out looking for me? Why would he do that for? I told him that I was in labor and that I was about to give birth to our baby. He hadn't heard from you, so he tried to go and check on you to see what you were up to. He was on his way to find you when he got into an accident because you wouldn't pick up your phone. He left me and got killed. There is no way I can't blame you for what happened to Shane. I can never forgive you for your incompetence and your ignorance, and now I have no husband. Now wait just a minute there, Millie. You can't just jump to conclusions like that. I had no idea that he was coming to look for me. I'm sure I got a message that you'd gone into labor. I would have had my phone with me. I was already leaving the house, but I don't remember. I guess I didn't pay a lot of attention to all the messages and calls I was getting. Well, Wayne was at work and they wouldn't let him leave, so your son went to find you instead. This is the result of your terrible behavior towards your family. I didn't mean for this to happen. What happened to Shane was a pure and honest accident. I didn't do anything to drive him to search for me. Millie, please, I'm really sorry for all of this. I didn't really mean for things to turn out this way. From now on, I'll raise your daughter in a loving and caring environment, just like I did with Shane. Please forgive me for everything I've done. I'm just going to reject everything you've just said to me. I really don't care about what you or what happens to you anymore, Carol. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand. But I'm your mother-in-law. I said I was sorry. I'm never going to be able to forgive you for this. My baby has no father. She'll never know what he was like, and it's all your stupid fault. You cared more about your own trip away and your secret boyfriend than you did about your family and your newborn grandchild. You absolutely disgust me. I never want to see your face around here ever again. Don't contact me ever again, Carol. But you can't just do something like this to me. We're family, and family sticks together, right? I wasn't that bad of a mother-in-law, was I? You never thought of me as family to begin with, Carol. Did you really think I'd change my tune about you if you apologized? Absolutely not. I've got no intention being a part of your family. And with that, I'll say goodbye to you now, Carol. I don't think you've got a family to go to anymore, do you? What a shame.
Well, it looks like the hardest part of today is over. Unfortunately, I can no longer live with my wife anymore after what she's doing to me and to her family. Millie, are you okay with dealing with things on your own? I know Shane's passing is going to leave a huge gap in your heart for a while.
Hi, Wayne. I think I'll be okay now that Carol is more or less out of the picture. The loss of Shane is going to hurt for a long time, but I'm really glad I still have my daughter. I have to be strong for my baby from now on. As a single mother, it's going to be tough, but I'll make sure my baby knows everything about her father.
I understand that. You let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay? I still want to support you as much as I can. Is that alright?
Support? What kind of support do you mean?
I know that you and Shane were very close and built a really great relationship. I want that to continue in the form of me being a supportive grandfather to your baby. I want to be involved with her life and be a good male role model for her. If that's okay with you.
Of course, Wayne, that's more than okay with me. I think my daughter will be so happy to have her granddad around. I can't forgive Carol for what she's done to you and me, but I would very much like it if you stayed in my daughter's life.
That would be great. If there's anything you need, please let me know, and I'll support you. Let's support each other as a family, no matter how small it is now.
Thank you so much, Wayne. It means a lot to me. I'll do my best to make my daughter's life happy and bright, even without Shane around. Please help me out with my daughter and be the best grandfather you can be. With time, Millie started to overcome her sadness of losing Shane after her baby was born. Apparently, she was very determined to raise her daughter well and give her a bright future. Her father-in-law also vowed to take care of the both of them as much as he possibly could. It sounds like he's an excellent and supportive grandfather. By the way, it seems like Carol has been kicked out of the family home and is now living on the streets. No one knows where she's gone and if she'll try to contact them again. She has to live with the life she's faced now.